Hello, Rosie Cat. Nobody likes you because you wee everywhere. Yes, I should think so. It's a glorious day. It's Friday the 16th of August. So I'm on my summer holidays. And today is a special day. Yeah, look at the size of this plant. That's getting massive now. As are my lemons. Are they going yellow slightly? There's a couple in there as well. You see them? Anyway, this probably won't make the cut, will it? Yeah, start of a new Woodsy's Woodshop project. Slightly different this one because I'm going to be doing some upcycling. So my cousin, Nicola, hello Nicola, I know you'll be watching because you're a big fan. She's got a friend called Julie, and Julie has an old table, I think it was her grandmother's, and it's just been sat in the garage for years and years and years, and she wants to do something with it. So here it is. Here's the old table. As you can see, it's completely sort of falling apart and it's no good. I'll move this stuff. Get that out of the way. There you go. So it's a nice old table. It's got some nice detailing on the edge, nice detailing on the legs. Can you see that all right? No, not really. And she wants me to do something with it, not restore it, because it's got no room for that table. She wants me to turn it into 3 tables. So the first one is just going to be a rectangular table, sort of about that big. Get all this nice detailing, get rid of that, don't want any of that, but something like that, and then reuse the original legs on that somehow, and then 2 circular tables out of here. So that's the plan. I've never done anything like this before, so we will see how it goes. I mean, the first thing to do, I think, is to take the thing apart. So that's what I'm going to do first. So, a little tidy up, get myself a little bit of room, and then I'll start pulling this old table apart, whilst trying to maintain the actual pieces, because obviously I've got to reuse them. Yeah, so this episode of Woodsy's Woodshop is going to be a little bit different than most of the others, in that I had a bit of a problem with my SD card in my old GoPro and lost a load of video. So rather than splitting it up into lots of little videos, I thought I'd just take you right from the beginning all the way through to the end of this project, bearing in mind there's quite a big chunk at the end missing because of the corrupted video. And it's only because I'd already downloaded these clips that they survived. So the whole part of me actually building the table out of the component parts that I produce from the table, that's all gone. Right, that's all the hardware off. I think what I want to do now is I want to see if I can strip off this varnish. So I bought paint and varnish stripper. This is horrible. There is lots of gunk on here. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get it looking good. Maybe a scrubbing brush and copious amounts of water might be the order of the day. That's come up quite well actually. Quite pleased with that. So here we are then, 3 coats of varnish remover, scrubbing with the scrubbing brush, and soap, dish soap. And this is kind of what we're getting. It's still not dry yet, but it's still a bit sticky in there. Look, still still varnish in there that I've missed. I'm going to try, in the morning I'll try it with sandpaper though, see if I can just get those last bits off, because that varnish remover is nasty stuff. Not much fun to work with. Apart from anything else, it just gets everywhere and it's all gungy. Yeah, so still more work to be done on those. That's perhaps the colour it's going to be. We'll have to see when I've sanded it, taken the top layer off, because this is still wet. This is the tabletop, still wet. Maybe that's the colour it's going to be. Don't know, but that'll do for today, I think. Well, hello gang, it's Woody's Woodshop. This is the Upcycle episode 2. Episode 2 of Upcycling, and this episode, I believe, is going to be me sanding wood. I'll start with some old bits of 80 grit I've got lying around, and then you can get this in here like this. Yeah, well, maybe that's not great. Anyway, I'll figure it out. So that's done to 80 grit. That's taken best part of an hour, I suppose, maybe not, half an hour, I don't know, however long it took. And it's all right, I think. Maybe I could do that somehow. Yeah, I don't know, I think that's come up quite well. Give you an idea of what it's going to look like. It's all nice, but that's only to 80 grit, so obviously I've got to go up to, I'm going to go to about 180, so I might go 120 next, then 180. The higher the number, the finer it is. But I think that's going to be okay. Now I've got 3 more legs to do, and then all the other stuff to do as well. So of course that's going to take time. What I might do just quickly is have a little look at what we get with this, because this stuff was all a bit stainy, so I'm just wondering what's going to happen. Is it going to lighten up? Now I'll be using the power sander for these flat bits, but is that going to come up nice, or is it just going to stay really dark? You can see the sawdust that's coming off, the dust that's coming off is quite dark in colour, and then eventually eventually it starts to lighten up as you get through the gubbins, but yeah, just in there. Look, this will be all right. It'll be all right. So that's good. So I'll do that later. So I'm going to do the other 3 legs now, but you don't have to watch that. Okay. 6 hours of sanding. It's fun. So what are we on? 80. That's 80 grit. Already feels quite nice, but more importantly, it looks quite nice. It's come up as what I'm pretty sure is oak. Certainly looks oaky to me. These. Oh, hello, little one. Hello, Poppet. You all right? Yeah. What are you doing? Your mum's gone out, hasn't she? That's why you're in here. Anyway. Okay, first mini mistake of this project, which is not bad because we're going nearly 2 days now. When I cut this out, I didn't think about these, these old marks where the hinges used to go. So I was contemplating a different kind of edge, but now what I've got to do is I have got to put one of my chamfered edges on that I do. But the reason I've got to do that for this is because I've got to get rid of this here. So it's going to be a chamfered edge, and that's going to be the bottom, obviously. So that's what we're going to do now, chamfer that edge. Okay, it's happening, it's happening. I'm getting it, I'm getting it. Little Japanese pull saw action. Oh, it jumps. Out there.
Not quite nice, the wood.
Yep. That's got to go in there. Fill it up with glue. Don't skimp on the glue. Wedge it in. Number one done. All right, second one in. First one in. I made an error. I put a little tiny cut in there. I slipped with my Japanese pull saw and I made a cut there because I was being hasty like I am, and I didn't, and I just slipped and put a cut in the top. But hey, I put some glue in there and some sawdust, and hopefully you won't see it very much, but you know. Anyway, right, so what we've got to do now then, we've got to figure out where these go. And I'm going to try, so that's going to be the back of the table, definitely, so that's a rubbish one. So yeah, so I've got to put these on, figure out where they go, cut the other pieces accordingly, make sure it's all straight and whatnot. a bad fix. I'm going to put, especially in this one, a little bit of glue and sawdust in that gap there, and that bit there. But I think that's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, so that's that. I've got all the first bits in. That's just setting up there. This is setting up here. So not a lot I can do at the moment. As I said, circles out of that. She only wanted 2, the client only wanted 2, but I reckon I'll probably get 4 circles out of there. Give them to her, she can do what she wants with them. I literally got to cut the circles out and polish it all up, and that's it. So anyway, like, subscribe please. Please subscribe. I'm so close to being able to monetize. That was never my goal with this. I'm not looking to retire or become an influencer or anything, but you know when they put a little progress bar and you're like, get closer, closer. I really want to get over the line. So if you are watching and you don't subscribe, just hit subscribe. That doesn't cost you anything, and it will just make me happy, because I'm a bit of one of those people that likes things to fill up. I've got a very neat inbox for my email. I know. Anyway, I'm going to make and potentially use a circle jig, because what I've got to do is I've got to cut a circle out of here. Can you see? Let me just tilt you down a touch. There we go. A circle out of here. Maybe even get 2 out of it, but we'll see. To cut a circle accurately, you need a circle jig. Now, the idea for a circle jig, it's not my idea, saw it on the internet, can't remember where, is you take a thin piece of ply. This is actually sort of veneer stuff I got left over, but it's perfect size. And you put your router there, and then you put a series of holes along here, and then you can put a little screw or nail through, and that's you know, you put a nail through, and then it sort of, well, you know, it sort of spins around. So you put a nail in there, and it spins around, and that's your circle, right? Okay, let's try this. Oh! You see that all right? Yeah, nice clean cut. Okay. Good so far. Right, so that is a pretty good result. 5 points to anybody who gets that little impression. Pretty good. What show's that from? Yeah, so I continue to do my routing here. We're getting near the end now. We're getting near to the point where I lose the footage. Cutting these circles out went really well for a while. And then when I was trying to smooth the edge with the, well, you'll see, it doesn't always go brilliantly. Well, something unexpected has just happened. So I was probably just routing out the third of the table, 2 down there, 1 here. And I went to start the next one. Yeah, I went to start the next one. And look, my router bit is gone. But I didn't see it fly off, or hear it fly off. And this is totally routed out. Ah, there it is. There it is. Just cheap crap, is it? Just cheap crap. Okay, so the new router bit is ordered, not coming in tomorrow, so I'm going to continue on. So that edge there, see that edge there, that's the circle. This is this needs to go, so you use a flush trim bit. So in there, there's a bearing, and that is a cutting edge. So that will run along there. I just need to take it up. Let's give this a whirl. Spewing sawdust everywhere. I actually have a dust collection thing for it. Well, that didn't go as well as I'd hoped. Oh, put everything away. That's a good one. Right, that one's okay. That was an horrendous tear out. It got away from me and just wrecked it, so I'd have to recut that if I'm going to do anything with that. That one's got tear out, a big chunk flew off along here, so that one is another one that I'd have to do something with, not sure what. And I've still got another one I can do there. So oh my god. I'm going to try, I'll go round that one and see what we can do. Yeah, let's see if we can make a half decent one out of this. And there we go, that's all I've got left. So I downloaded this stuff, and then when I went back and carried on recording and you know, hours and hours and hours of footage of me building those tables and sanding the varnish off with my belt sander, which was a lot quicker than using varnish remover. If I do not bother with the varnish remover, belt sander the lot. But yeah, that's all I've got. Right up until I realised I'd lost it, bought a new SD card and stuck it in, and away I went again. So just all I've got now is a little
okay, team.
epilogue. Everything's done.
Bit of a weird project because I lost some of the
Sorry.
video. I managed to find some of the video, as you've probably realised, because we've got to the end. These are the 4 circular tables that I got from the old dining room table. Come up quite nicely. And that there, that's the main table from the middle part of the original table. With the original legs and everything else. I've got some bits and pieces left over which I'll return to the owner. They probably just burn them, but you know. Yeah, so it's all come up quite nice. Still a little bit of the oldness there, but these just look like brand new tables, and the customer bought these little legs to go on them. They worked brilliantly. Yeah, so nice little project. And sort of my first sort of customer, really, so that was really exciting. So I'm going to go and deliver them.
Which is exactly what I did. So I went and delivered them, and the customer was very happy with it, and she was excited to receive her little tables and put them in place and took photos of them, and everybody was very happy. So that was a relief, because you never know, it's a bit nervy taking these things over, because you might go, oh, that's not very good, is it? And then you're like, oh dear. But that didn't happen. And then her friend got in touch. Obviously, they've been talking. A friend got in touch and has asked me to build another little table. So this one's from scratch. So I've had to go and buy some wood. And that project will be coming up shortly. In the meantime, like, subscribe. Because, you know, you don't. And it would really help. But also get on my Etsy shop. There's some stuff on there at the moment, so you can help me out if you buy some charcuterie boards. So go on Etsy and just search for Woodsy's Woodshop, all one word. That's Woodsy's Woodshop, all one word. If you have been watching, I thank you. Goodbye.